Hey, I'm Steve Moss.
And I'm Uriah Tegel.
And this is the Triple Threat Podcast. Welcome to the show, my little homies. Thanks for joining us. Come on in, stay a while, take your shoes off. Uriah's going to cook you a nice meal. Aren't you, Uriah?
Yeah, nice little gumbo. It's my specialty.
Yo, gumbo's good. Don't even hate.
I'm not hating. I'm appreciating.
That's good. I'm proud of you. It's about damn time you did some of that.
Yeah.
So we've been busy recently, haven't we?
We've been doing big things, Steve. We are both back at college now. We're college students again. So we're going to be a little busier, but we're going to keep trying to grind these out. Yeah. Sports has been slow, so there's not been much to talk about on that front. Rave reviews for the last movie podcast, so we had to bring it back.
Oh, yeah? Who's rave reviewing? We're getting emails?
Yeah, I'm getting... Yeah, have you checked the Gmail, Steve? It's flooded.
I don't want to go through it because I don't want to be sifting through emails all day.
Yeah, just like so much praise. But you may notice I don't sound like I'm calling in from a third world country anymore. We upgraded the mic. Production quality is sexual.
Yeah.
And
we did it for the fans, really. The fans were demanding it. They were breaking down doors, picket signs, the whole nine, and we listened. We listened to the fans.
I got my door broken down, and it was a big debacle.
You know what happened to me? I opened my door and got hit with a bat, and my family was raped.
Ooh, yeah. Little callback humor there for the true fans.
Yeah.
For the true fans.
If this is your first time joining us, we don't usually banter like this. We're actually gonna get into things today. What are we talking about, Uriah? Some movie?
Oh, we're talking about the terrible movie that spawned this entire idea. 2010's Grown Ups.
Oh yes, Grown Ups. I'm gonna pull up the IMDb trivia because I feel like that's important here because I need to know everything about this film.
It's always a good way to start. It's always a good precursor to watching the movie.
Oh God, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. And I can't even hate on that because it. It's trying. It's a comedy, I guess.
Is it?
Well, we watched this together, and I don't think either of us laughed once. Yeah. In fact, I think I started booing the television at one point.
I was with you. I was ready to walk out. I almost walked out of your own house.
Yeah. Well, it was awful. It was.
We actually started watching it with your mom and her boyfriend, and they're fans of the movie, and they just had to leave because we were just being scumbags, which is fine. That's
Cruel
how
people.
we are.
Yeah. But
who's in this movie? Oh yeah, Adam Sandler. There's 5 comedians in it, so you think, oh, it's gonna be great. Adam Sandler, Kevin James, Chris Rock, David Spade, and Rob Schneider.
Boo.
God.
These are the 5 funniest guys on the planet.
On the planet. It's like if you hauled in the 5 funniest guys on the planet, these guys would come knocking at your door.
Oh yeah, these are the dudes. What bugs me about this movie being so bad, and we talked about this a little bit a while ago, right around when Grown Ups 2 was coming out here, This Is the End came out.
Yeah.
With, it's got James Franco, Seth Rogen, Jay Baruchel, Danny McBride.
Who aren't stand-ups.
And Jonah Hill. They're not stand-up guys. They're pretty funny actors. They're just like part of the Judd Apatow School of Comedy. And that movie was great, and it was funny.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it yet, but the reviews are...
It was very good. I was a big fan.
Oh, God, but then there's this fucking movie. Like, there's so many people who have told me this movie's hilarious.
So many. So many of our friends. So many of our friends sitting in the other room from me right now would come in here and fight to the death about this movie, and I just don't see it.
I don't see it.
No.
I mean, these guys are all SNL alum, right? It's Kevin James isn't, but I know the rest of them are.
Kevin James is not. But Kevin James is... Well, I'm sure you saw it in that trivia page there, but apparently this movie was supposed to be made in the 90s with Chris Farley. Kevin
James should thank Chris Farley for dying. You should pray to him every night. Kevin James should make a commercial for heroin and all its benefits. Because without heroin, he doesn't have a career.
It's very true.
Chris Farley, may he rest in peace, but we have he's the James Belushi.
Yeah, he is. And
Jim Belushi, I'm sorry.
The problem is I like Chris Rock's stand-up is great.
He's one of the greatest stand-ups ever.
Yes. I love Kevin James' stand-up.
Yeah.
Rob Schneider is a walking piece of shit, but that's...
So is David Spade.
David Spade used to be funny, though. He was funny on SNL, and he was good with Farley. I think once Farley died, he just stopped giving a shit. And
It's true.
and Sandler is just. We'll get into Sandler, but you wanna get into this movie now?
Do I have
you wanna
to?
really start it off? You do.
Are you gonna make me do this?
It's happening, Steve. It's forced. It's
Okay, so basically the movie starts out with this basketball scene. It's a bunch of kids, and I forget who plays the coach. The coach. If you've ever seen Boy Meets World, it's Sean's dad. Sean's dad is the coach. I'm gonna call him Sean's dad from now on.
that's fine.
So Sean's dad is the coach, and apparently there's only 5 kids on this whole entire team, and this coach just loves this team, like
Loves
obsessed
this
with
kid.
it.
This
Like
is his life.
this is borderline pedophilia we're watching here.
Yeah.
They're really penetrating the hole. If you get what I.
Oh, all right, not that. Pause.
We try.
Little cameo in this first scene. We get Dennis Dugan, the director of this fine film, plays the referee.
Oh yeah, Dennis Dugan has directed most of Adam Sandler's
projects.
Yeah, if you can even call him that. And I'm reading here, it said it was filmed on a 95-degree August day in a non-air-conditioned gym, while all the extras were dressed in polyester. So they really needed to get this scene.
Apparently, this was
Because this is the most important scene in the whole entire movie.
It is.
15-hour shoot for this one fucking scene.
Is that what... That's why it took this movie 15 years to get made.
For real. They were just filming this one scene.
They're clowning. So, I think it says the year's 1978.
Something like that.
And these kids are...
It probably just says, like, in the past or some shit.
Yeah, and these kids are just balling, and I don't know...
No, they're not balling. You know who's balling?
Sandler.
Adam Sandler is balling, because he made this film, and he is the greatest thing since sliced bread, according to Adam Sandler.
The moral of this movie is that Adam Sandler is fucking awesome, and you should all just appreciate it.
Yeah, you should just you should bow at the feet, suck his dick, rub his clit. I don't even know.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I like that.
I hate him.
Yeah, that's a good picture. Yeah, he's
Can I just say that this movie, like, nothing happens in this movie. I could watch Adam Sandler wash his car, and it would be the same movie.
Yeah, it's just
in a sense,
and it's not even like, you know, going back to This Is the End. You can say not much happens in that movie because essentially for the first hour or whatever, they're trapped in the house together and they're just riffing off each other. But those guys are funny.
Yeah, these guys are supposed to be funny. Like, they have credibility.
I thought they were. Yeah.
Guess not. So, all right, they it's like a, you know, it's a typical last second shot bullshit. Adam Sandler hits it. They win the championship.
But
what? I don't even know.
Colin Quinn. Well, the kid grows up to be Colin Quinn. The kid on the other team says Sandler's foot was on the line. Well, it was a game-winning 3, right? Or his foot was out of bounds or something.
3.
There was some discrepancy, which is apparently the driving force of this entire movie, is this shot that happened in 1978. So,
yep.
Flash forward,
and the coach has died. It just says in the future.
Yeah.
The coach dies. So Adam Sandler and his crew of misfits they go to the funeral, basically. That's basically the movie. They go to the funeral. They hang out afterwards. That's the movie.
And these guys, this is when we get introduced to all these guys. First of all, if your Little League coach died, like tomorrow, would you call off your entire life, go to the funeral, and spend a weekend with all your Little League teammates?
I don't think so. I don't even think I could tell you my Little League coach's name.
Like, how are they this close with this coach?
I'll tell you how. They were sucking dick.
I mean...
This movie was made for Jerry Sandusky.
I was just about to say, what's the timeline of when this was released and when the Sandusky trial came to light? Because imagine if they released this right... no.
He probably ghost wrote the script. Little autobiographical piece.
He probably did, yeah.
Oh my god. But we're introduced to Adam Sandler, and he's in the nicest house I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's Disney World.
Yep, he lives in Disney World. He lives in Neverland Ranch. Michael Jackson is his maid.
Fucking mansion, yeah. And
no, it's literally the nicest thing ever. Because Adam Sandler has to live in the nicest house ever because he's Adam Sandler.
Look how awesome he is.
Yeah,
kiss his balls. And he is, he's what, an agent? Apparently, that's how he has all this money.
Well, this is the first line of the movie for him is, "I'm the hottest Hollywood agent in the country," or whatever.
Okay, that's good.
I'm gonna pull Brad Pitt from your movie. So he just explained to the audience who he is and why he's so rich.
Well, yeah, you're right. He is the hottest Hollywood agent. I have that written down here. So that's good. We meet his kids, who are pieces of shit.
Oh my god! If you met these kids, you'd waterboard these kids.
Yeah, and I'm almost not mad at it because this is about what I would expect Adam Sandler's kids to act like. They're like spoiled with technology or whatever. They have a maid who is Asian and...
Cue the Asian jokes.
Stereotypical Asian, yeah. Those jokes keep coming.
Yeah, they never get old.
Yeah, but the kids are just little pieces of garbage.
Yeah, they're playing a video game just murdering kids, and Adam Sandler, I'm not sure if there's a script in this movie, because Adam Sandler is just talking to the kids. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and he seems disinterested the whole time. Like, you see flashes, like you think maybe he's gonna do that voice from like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me, Swan. Like that,
yeah, like you think he's gonna like, be
all right,
funny.
He's gonna try to be Adam, and he's just like
It's like he's just teasing you with it and then takes it away. Like no.
Yep.
Every single time.
Yeah, and like that, like they're stupid, like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, all those movies, but they were funny.
Yeah, you
laughed.
laughed.
Funny movies, yeah, and that's what Sandler did best, and that's what he did best on Saturday Night Live. And now he's just saying, "Look at all the success I had,"
and which is funny because he made a movie, Funny People. Funny People is a great film where he basically just rips on himself for making retarded movies and making millions of dollars doing it. And then right after he makes it, like this came out the year after,
Jack and Jill comes out,
and he just goes back to it. Oh my god,
it's garbage. And you know what else he did in Funny People, Steve? He acted.
Yeah, he can do that from time to time.
And guess what? He's not bad.
No,
like,
he knows how to do it.
Click, that movie was stupid as fuck, but he had a couple good scenes in that movie.
Yeah, like he can act.
He knows he can just cash in on being Adam Sandler, and it's frustrating.
It is stupid. All right, so we've learned his kid's a piece of garbage. His wife is she introduced in this scene?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Salma Hayak.
We'll talk about her when we get to it. But the next person we meet is Kevin James, because I guess Kevin James has second billing for some reason, ahead of Chris Rock.
This scene.
Oh my god,
is one of those scenes that just makes you shake your head. Like it lets you know what you're in for with this movie. Yep. So, play by play, Kevin James's wife gets the phone call that
Sean's dad.
Yeah, Sean's dad died. Thank you.
They're literally.
I didn't watch Boy Meets World too much.
Well, but you missed out.
All right, yeah. The basketball coach died, so she comes outside to tell him, and he's of course wearing his spandex diver's suit. He's about to go snorkeling, and he's in his above ground pool with his fat ass daughter and his piece of shit son.
Yep.
And so he comes over to the edge of the pool and just breaks it, of course, immediately, and falls, and it's dramatic, and there's water rushing all over the fucking yard, and he can't fucking stand up because he's so fat.
Oh my god. Kevin James falling down counter. Number one.
Did you know that Kevin James is so fucking fat? And he finally gets up and he goes over to the wife to get the phone, but not before he fucking falls down again. Because he's so fucking fat.
Oh god, he's just so fat. And guess what? His daughter's fat too. But of course, Kevin James, there's what is it with these fat actors who just land these hotties in these movies? Like his wife is Maria Bello. In what world is Maria Bello gonna get with Kevin James?
That world doesn't exist. King of Queens, he's married to Leia Remini.
Yeah, again,
and she's attractive.
Here comes the boom. I think he's with Jessica Alba or something like that.
He is. He gets with Jessica Alba.
Nice dude.
Zookeeper, he was with that gorilla.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, but so Kevin James is so fucking fat.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys have seen Kevin James, but he's a fat guy.
Are gonna be. Also, speaking of Kevin James being so fucking fat, real quick segue. He got in pretty good shape for Here Comes the Boom. I saw that movie and I didn't hate it, and he was like looking pretty good. And then I see him at the fucking All-Star game, and he's 400 pounds for fucking. Got to put on weight for grown-ups too, so I can be so fucking fat.
Like, it's just he is a talented comedian. Yeah. His stand-up was hilarious, and I'm very very critical of stand-up. And he was funny as fuck.
He was really good.
Yeah, and then he's just, every single movie he's in, he's like, oh, I'm fat. Here comes fat jokes. And they're not even funny fat jokes, it's just him falling down. Like, where's the creativeness in that?
Yeah, so he falls down twice before he has a line of dialogue.
Yeah.
And before he's been on screen for 10 seconds.
Also, the pool has been destroyed, but we don't seem to care about that. There goes a $1,300 pool.
And how has he never gotten out of the pool before?
Like, is there not? He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be cool because I know there's a camera on me. I'm gonna jump out of the pool on the side. Just use the fucking ladder, you fat fuck.
I know there's a ladder. Yeah.
I feel bad calling him a fat fuck because he seems like a guy I would hang out with.
I don't want to call him a fat fuck because despite all of the shittiness he puts on screen for us every year, I still like the dude for some reason.
Yeah. All right. Next, we're introduced to Chris Rock, and if you were to picture Chris Rock in a movie like this, would you picture him as a housewife?
I would probably picture him as the one who should be doing Adam Sandler's fucking job because he's the funniest dude in this movie.
Exactly.
But no, he's a woman. He's playing a woman in this movie. That's the joke.
He's married to Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph.
The first scene is just him. She comes home from work and he's cooking something, and he's unappreciated. And he's doing like women jokes, like where he is like, "You broke my heart. I cook, I clean all day.
I just got this pumpkin rice from Rachel Ray." That's my Chris Rock impression, by the way. I know the fans have been clamoring for it.
Spot on.
The difference between black people. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty great. It is pretty great.
But yeah, so Chris Rock is a woman. We get that introduction. He also has his mother-in-law lives with them, and they have 2 kids, I think. And Maya Rudolph is pregnant because she was actually pregnant when this movie filmed.
Yeah. He has a daughter, which never is like
in the movie.
There's a daughter. I'm looking at a girl right now, and there's apparently she doesn't get a line of dialogue because she's a little black girl who doesn't deserve it. Says Adam Sandler.
Says Adam Sandler.
You want a line? You better dance for it.
Real quick, how can these dudes let Adam Sandler fucking boss them around? There was another piece of IMDb trivia. It was Adam Sandler bought each of his fellow castmates a Maserati after this movie filmed, and Chris Rock did not take it because he didn't want to be Adam Sandler's bitch.
He's Adam Sandler's bitch just by being in Grown Ups 1 and 2.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, why are they doing this?
What does Adam Sandler have on these guys? Actually, he doesn't need to have anything on Spade, Schneider, or James. What does he have on Chris Rock?
I have no idea.
That Chris Rock will be in his shitty movies.
He probably has his kids, like, in a fucking bunker, tied up.
Cut him. Yeah.
And Chris Rock is just like, can I tell some jokes?
Yeah.
And he's just like, no. Like, Chris Rock is the funniest man in this movie and does not get a single funny thing to do. He gets a few, like, one-liners here and there that he probably...
A few stupid one-liners. Like, for example, Maya Rudolph, his mother-in-law has, like, toe problems, so he calls her Toby Bryant.
Oh, get it? Because he's black. So he knows about basketball.
God, I hate it.
God, it's so...
He's not even the best player on their basketball team.
No, he's the worst, actually.
That's got to be Sandler,
just lazy screenwriting.
Guess what? The black guy's not good at basketball. Yeah. Fucking good one.
So who are we introducing next? Probably...
I think we meet Spade.
Yeah, Spade is in bed with a woman.
Because all I have written here is David Spade is a pedophile. So he...
No, you're just describing his real life persona, not his character.
Yeah. I don't even remember what happens when we meet Spade.
All right, so we meet Spade. He's in bed with a woman. He gets a phone call, and apparently...
Coach is dead.
Yeah, Coach is dead. This girl that he's been sleeping with, because David Spade is a fucking player, has an O.J. Simpson tattoo, and I guess that's supposed to be funny.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like... He
might have murdered someone.
Get it? So she might be a murderer, too. That's the whole joke. And Spade gets, like... literally 45 seconds of introduction, but Adam Sandler gets 3.5 minutes. Because,
to be fair, none of if anybody deserves less introduction, it's either Spade or Schneider.
Yeah, Schneider's next. We get to see his... I don't even want to talk about this, because it's just so terrible. Schneider is a fucking weird hippie character, because that's who he plays, because he's a racist piece of garbage.
Yeah.
I'm just ripping on these guys. I don't care. They don't deserve it.
Where would Rob Schneider be without Adam Sandler?
He wouldn't have a career.
Dude puts him in every one of his fucking movies for some reason. And
They're
he's just riding his coattails. He's the ultimate, like, people have asked me if there was one dude, like one famous dude you could just murder. I pick Rob Schneider.
I would too.
Every time.
And, of course, he's, like, into weird, like, voodoo type, not voodoo shit, but, like, really organic health methods. So he's, like, massaging, his wife is an old woman. Kill the old woman jokes. Get it? She's old. That's the whole entire joke is she's old.
Well, no, every terrible joke you could make is in this movie. You got Kevin James is so fucking fat. You got the old woman. You got the fat kids. These guys are just shitty people in this movie too.
Yep.
They're just fucking assholes, and their
fucking poor wives are just...
Yeah.
They should be divorced after this movie.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not even sure who she is played by. Some old lady. She's funny in this movie. Like, she's the funniest one. I mean, I didn't laugh at her, but she's doing all she can.
You know what she's doing? Yeah, she's doing her best.
With what she's given.
So we get introduced to them, and then we go right to the funeral.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way, which is set. It just says New England on the bottom.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. It's like they don't understand that New England is a series of states, not like it's just a area. It's like saying the Midwest.
Yeah, that's and
So,
we can
like-
tell this. We can tell this movie's in fucking New England because Adam Sandler's wearing a different piece of college apparel from New England in every fucking scene.
Which apparently he just
Which-
brought with him.
Yeah, so I don't know about that. So what? All these guys are seeing each other again. They're ribbing on each other. Whatever. James pulls up. He says he's the new co-owner of a lawn furniture company or some shit.
Some garbage, something that doesn't even matter. He pulls up in a Cadillac with his hot wife Maria Bello.
Yeah, and
His
fat
dog.
kid.
He brought a dog
That's
to a
right.
funeral.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense at
What
all.
kind of shitty person does
I want
that?
to know where the dog was during the funeral.
Well, you know,
Probably humping somebody.
don't worry about it.
Anyway, this is where we're introduced to Adam Sandler's wife, who is Salma Hayek.
right? Yeah.
Salma Hayek. Oh my god. Of course he lands the hottest woman in the movie because he's Adam
course.
Sandler and he's so cool.
Bow down.
He's so
Bow down to
cool.
how fucking he's so cool.
I mean,
Don't even, Steve. He is cool.
the only way I could see these guys coming together to do this movie, especially Chris Rock, is that if Chris Rock just did another stand-up special, he'd be important again. But he doesn't want to, I guess. His career is probably not where he wanted it to be, and he thought, oh, if I'm in this movie, it's going to make tons of money, it's going to get my name out there.
Probably if Chris Rock did another stand-up special, people would go nuts.
Yeah, they would, because it would probably
Seriously,
be amazing.
think about it. That would be one of the biggest things happening in stand-up. Because, like, who are the big stand-up comics right now? You got, like, Kevin Hart, like...
Yeah.
Louis C.K. is great. I love him.
Yeah, Louis C.K.
But, like, if Chris Rock just came out and said, I'm doing another stand-up special, it's going to be airing, they could put that on HBO. It would do really, really well.
It would.
And I bet it would be great.
Yeah, and you could do your Chris Rock impression even more.
The difference... It's pretty good.
It's
I don't want to overuse it, though.
No, you don't want to make people jealous.
I do know. So they're inside the funeral. The coach is getting laid to rest.
Well,
and
before they do the funeral, all they do is just like this is supposed
stand
to be
around.
funny. They stand around and talk to each other. They say, "Oh, how you doing? It's been so long." Blah blah blah, and they just start ripping on each other with these awful fucking one-liners that aren't even close to funny. David Spade just comes up to Adam Sandler and goes, "Hey, you been working out?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "'Cause you're fat," and that's the whole joke.
yeah, it's
Like
and I don't know if they were trying to like maintain the PG rating or something. Because at the end of the day, this is like a family film,
I guess.
and like
But-
I don't.
But kids shouldn't know who these guys are.
No, and you can. Kids do not. If this is a family movie, kids do not want to see a bunch of washed up fucking piece of shit
comedians,
just
I
talking
guess.
to each other, and everybody's just kissing each other's ass
God,
and
yeah.
Adam Sandler's ass.
Yeah, it's just mostly Adam Sandler's ass because I don't see any. Not a lot of jokes are in Adam Sandler's direction besides that one fat one. Like
Yeah, no,
they call him the rich guy, and that's a big thing in this movie that Adam Sandler doesn't want to seem rich as fuck.
Oh yeah, so he's got like his Asian.
Yeah, he brought his nanny,
He brought his maid to the funeral.
his
Or
nanny to the funeral,
okay.
and they say, "Oh, she's a foreign exchange student from China." So the
'Cause
whole entire
that's
movie,
believable.
Yeah, it's
She's
believable
like 28
and also
She's
racist.
29 years old. Yeah,
She's just trying to make a living, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
ching ching chang chang."
yeah. I think he actually says that to her.
Yeah, that's like a subtitled thing.
Ugh.
God, and he's like every time she comes by, he's like, "Oh, go study your big test or whatever."
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
so what's the next
Trash.
thing? They go inside the funeral.
They go inside the funeral. I've got something down here. I know they meet one guy from back in the day, and guess what he is? He's cross-eyed. How fucking
Hilarious.
funny is that?
I mean, they're just making
Oh.
fun of this guy's like affliction
Yeah, like
just by looking at him. He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh, are you looking at me? Haha." Get it?
Ugh.
God, it's
Ugh.
it's just offensive. It's not offensive in the sense that I'm offended because it's hurting people who are cross-eyed. It's just offensive because it's not funny and it's
bad.
trying to be.
It's bad comedy. It's terrible, and like the whole joke is this guy is cross-eyed. And
Yeah.
like, okay, that's like saying like that girl's in a wheelchair. Like, how fucking
Oh, that girl has one arm.
just shitty.
Try to
dude.
wipe your ass with that arm.
I know Sandler's the only one asked to speak at the funeral, of course, because
Which-
he is.
Doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, he's how fucking cool is Adam Sandler?
I mean,
Can we
he's,
get a round of applause for Adam Sandler, guys? Can we just?
he's
can
pretty
we just-
damn cool.
He's
pretty.
so fucking
He's pretty cool. I mean, like he says during the speech, it's like, I haven't seen him in years. So this this youth basketball coach who coached them when they were what 11, something like that.
Yeah, probably.
Like apparently there was no family, just these
No immediate family.
just these kids that he probably pounded into the ground.
Yeah, the kid he coached when he was 11 gets to speak at the guy's goddamn funeral because he has no one else.
No one else.
He just loves
He's
his kid that
alone.
much.
But I guess the kid's mom weren't like, you're spending a lot of time with that coach. Are you actually playing basketball? And they're like, hey, we're playing some kind of ball. That's why they're so attached to him.
Coach calls it ouchie ball.
Oh, God. All right, so, and of course, in the funeral, Rob Schneider, like, does some crazy singing thing.
Rob Schneider gets up, and they're all just making fun of him. They're all laughing. There's a lot of laughs going on at this funeral from, like, the entire crowd. Like, disrespectful to this guy they apparently love.
Because apparently Adam Sandler is just the most popular guy.
He's just so fucking cool,
in New England. God,
seriously.
It's just, it's not, you can't even hide it, like, what he's trying to do. It's retarded. And he's singing this song, and, like, they're all laughing at him, and Sandler goes to Chris Rock and says, bet you $5 he goes down to one knee. So Rob Schneider goes down on one knee, and Chris Rock just pulled out this crisp $5 bill right out of his, like, jacket pocket. Like it was there. Like it was ready the whole entire time.
He was just waiting for somebody to bet him something for $5.
Oh, yeah. He's just like, oh, somebody might bet me today, gotta put that there.
Yeah, it wasn't folded. He pulled it out real nice, right out of his pocket.
Nice and crisp.
Handed it right up. I mean, why does Sandler need $5?
He doesn't. He's the richest guy in the fucking world, apparently.
I'm sure they're all doing all right.
Yeah.
You know, just fucking...
I mean, Kevin James is driving a caddy. And, like, just the jokes, man. They're fucking god-awful. So, after the funeral scene, what the hell happens? Anything... Oh, they're hanging out at the reception, because there's a reception after the funeral.
There is. It's like a fucking wedding. And we get... I think this is our first breastfeeding joke.
Oh,
so Kevin James has, like, a 9-year-old kid who's just latching on to Maria Bello's tits.
Yep.
And this joke is used so much in this movie that it actually gets, like, really uncomfortable.
Yeah, like, they're in public, and he's a 4-year-old kid.
The kid is...
He's 23 years old, and...
He's standing up, just like... She, like, lifts up her shirt, and he runs up and just, like, starts sucking. And, like, all the other guys are like, oh, like...
I don't get it.
Some fucking... Yeah.
And Kevin James is like, I don't know what to do. I can't raise a kid, I guess. Which is weird, because he raised another kid who's older. The daughter is older than the kid, so...
But, Steve, she's fucking fat.
She's fat. She likes cake. Oh. Because, you know why? Because Kevin James is fat, so she's got to be fat.
Yeah. So this kid is breastfeeding. And it's just gross. And it doesn't need to be in there.
This is the joke.
It's not funny.
Salma Hayak goes, "Oh, your son is so cute. How old is he?" And Kevin James goes, 48 months. And Chris Rock says, "That's 4." And that's the whole joke.
Yeah.
Like, they just did math, and that's the joke.
Yeah.
It's just not funny.
So terrible.
God.
It's so terrible. This kid's got, like, enough hair to have, like, a little faux hawk, and he's still, like, sucking on...
Seriously.
How do you screw that up that bad as a parent? How do you breastfeed a kid for 4 years anyway? How does that work?
I don't know. Those boobs are just, I guess because, like, these guys are so immature, they need a boob joke everywhere.
Yeah, that's what's gotta be. So then, after they find out at the reception, the big plot point here is that Adam Sandler, because he's so fucking cool, rented out this old lake house or something for the entire weekend.
Which is apparently they visited there when they were kids.
Yeah, but him and
with
Salma with Coach
in the cabin in the woods.
But him and Salma Hayek are and their shitty piece of shit kids are gonna leave after like one night because Salma Hayek has a fashion show in Milan.
Because she's also the coolest person in the world. You know why? Because she's married to Adam Sandler.
Yeah, Adam Sandler's not gonna marry no bitch.
No,
Mama didn't raise no fool.
So
yeah, they're back at the old stomping grounds.
Yeah, and like Kevin James pulls up in his caddy, and I think he says the word caddy about 6 or 7 times because we need product placement in this movie.
There's a lot of product placement in this movie. It's
just a giant commercial.
It is a giant commercial. And when they first get to this lake house,
next? I don't even.
There's
no plot. Like it's hard to go through.
There is no plot. It's all just little set pieces of them ripping on
hanging out,
stupid shit,
just hanging out.
Yeah, have a couple beers. There's one of those like bug zappers that's killing moths, and they spend a solid 2.5 minutes just making terrible jokes about this bug zapper.
And me and you were looking at each other. We're like, this joke's still going on.
This is still happening. Yeah. Like what was the actual joke?
The joke was that his Adam Sandler's daughter, who's like supposed to be adorable, she's the only not scumbag because Adam Sandler has to have a beautiful child as well.
Yeah.
She's like, what is that light doing to the moths? And it's like, oh, it's just sending them somewhere. And David Spade goes, yeah, to hell. And they're like, and the girl goes, it's killing them. And then they, blah blah blah. Adam Sandler picks it up, throws it in the air, it's dead, whatever. Then the fat lady steps on it, and he's like, now it's dead.
Right.
Like, this little girl doesn't understand anything about death, so they're trying to shield it from her.
With all the toe jokes or whatever.
Oh, God, it's just terrible. And, there's little things that could have been jokes, but, Adam Sandler and Salma Hayak about to go into the big room, and Adam Sandler's like, no, let the kids do it, because I'm Adam Sandler, and I'm right about everything. Yeah.
The kids get to have the master bedroom, so they're all going to share that.
And there's no joke there. It's just let them kids have it. And then they have jokes everywhere else, but I can't even call them jokes. It's just randomness.
See, this is, it gets hard to, continue following the movie at this point, because this entire movie, it's literally just them, it's just them hanging out.
Yeah.
And them standing around. There's no fucking point. It's so many just cliche, terrible jokes. And
for instance, if you filmed me and you hanging out, I think it would make for a shitty movie.
I do too. And that's what this is. Give us a couple fat kids, give us a fat fucking friend.
Oh, yeah.
And we can just go to town and we'll make fun of how fat he is.
A big problem in this movie is that there's 5 of them. So there's not enough time to get their comedy.
Yeah, they've each got to get their own little...
It's they just have one-liners everywhere because there's not enough time.
It's just all these dudes riffing on each other. They're just ripping on each other.
Yep.
So,
So basically they're just hanging out. I guess we can cut to the part where the parents are trying to show these kids the great outdoors and blah 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 because they're all technology driven or whatever. Yeah, because this is also a social commentary on the next generation of. It's a little deeper than we're making it out to be, Steve. Yeah, you're right. Because Adam Sandler is trying to teach you a lesson. Because he's so fucking cool. He's so cool. I wish we could go through all the jokes and just rip them apart, but there's just too many. All right, old lady jokes. Rob Schneider's a dwarf jokes. Yeah. David Spade's a pedophile jokes. Chris Rock Kevin James is fat. Yeah. Chris Rock is a woman. That's Adam Sandler does not get touched because he's so cool. And that's just the whole entire movie. Kevin James's kid is fat and likes cake. His 2 other kids are just pieces of shit. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke or not, but... I think it's because they change into better people at the end, because Adam Sandler can't have shitty kids. Of course. They go, when they're trying to teach them about the great outdoors, they have their rope swings. Oh, yeah, this is great. This is Kevin James, drum roll please for Kevin James Fat Counter number 2. This is Kevin James's big scene in the movie. Yeah. He was probably so nervous the day they filmed this. Sandler walks out, and there's a rope swing, of course, and he's like, look at this, and Chris Rock's daughter, and it was his daughter, because I just rewatched this scene, actually. Oh, yeah. She did have a line. She goes, what are we supposed to do with that, hang ourselves? Nice. Good for her. She has the best line in the movie, best acting. She knows how shitty this fucking film is. I wanted to hang myself right there. So... Sandler, of course, Kevin James steps up to the fucking plate, and he's going to take this rope swing, because he's Kevin James. And what's funnier? The only thing funnier than a guy on a rope swing is a fat guy on a rope swing. So he climbs up, and of course he just launches himself out, and he gets to the top of the rope's fucking arc. Pendulum. Thank you, arc. That's what I was looking for. He gets to the top of the rope's arc, and he forgets to let go, and he comes back, and he hits George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. Yeah, it's not one of those comical, he slams into it and just, slides down the tree. No. It's one of those, he hits his head and does, slams into it, does a triple backflip, lands on his neck, keeps rolling down the hill. This dude is out for, he's out for a couple of days. He must be a superhero. He is a superhero because he's absolutely dead. He just gets up and walks away. He gets up, he says something, he's like, oh, I'm so hurt. And then he's like, gotcha! And he's like, I'm fat. It's alright, because my fat broke the fall, not my neck. He's Batman, because he literally does not die. Yeah. That's, if you can watch the scene on YouTube, watch it, because this guy should be absolutely killed. Is that the funny part, that he's not dead? I think the funny part is that he fell down, because he's fat. And that's the whole scene, so... That's Kevin James's huge scene. That's one of the funniest parts of the movie. I think. Yeah. Did you laugh? I was rolling. Did you have any genuine laughs in this movie? I was rolling on the ground. I did not. I really didn't. Really? And I'm not saying that to be like a dick.
I can't think of any scenes that made me laugh because it. Did you?
No, I like maybe it's some of the one-liners. Like the first time I watched this movie, and there's a scene later on in the movie where Kevin James is pissing, and he goes, I can't do it, and then Chris Rock just goes, but it's a piss, not the SATs. And
that's not bad.
I giggled at that the first time, but like some of the one-liners are funny, but when they're taken in this context, it's not funny. It's funny if they said it like a stand-up special or something like that.
Yeah, it's just
the next scene, because there's no conflict in this movie until the very end, and it's a very generic conflict at that. They go to like an Applebee's, I guess, and they're all hanging out, like a table for 23 or something like that.
Yeah, that server was killing themselves.
Oh my god!
You got fucking Chris Rock making toe jokes. You got Kevin James ordering everything on the menu, and he does do that. He actually says like, "I'll get the sampler platter, and I'll get the potato skins, and I'll get the pepperoni pizza," and oh, I'm fat. And
he's like, what are you guys going to have?
Yeah, that's
so
what it
fucking
is.
Stupid.
What about you guys? And, of course, they all laugh, and Sandler probably says something like, you fat fucking fuck, I wish Farley was still alive.
Right? A little product placement here is Kevin James just goes, oh, so what are you going to drink? You can have a Coke? Coke, Sprite for you. All Coke products.
Yeah. Do you guys have Coke or Pepsi? Coke? Oh, I like Coke too. Coke is great.
Coke is great. And they just hold up a can.
Oh. Zing.
Adam Sandler's kid has this, just to show he's a douchebag and he doesn't understand anything about the real world. He's like, I'll have a Voss water. And the server's like, we have tap water. And he's like, oh my god, are you trying to fucking kill me?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. Okay, so now we're introduced to Colin Quinn, basically. Colin Quinn was at the funeral, but now he actually had some lines now. And Colin Quinn, I'm not sure if you've seen his stand-up. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's funny. He was on SNL, too.
Yeah, he did the Weekend Update.
And he was really good.
Yeah, he was hilarious. He wasn't good as Norm Macdonald, but that's Norm Macdonald's thing.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy.
So Colin Quinn is still very upset about this loss.
It's been eating him up for his entire life. So
he has an Adam Sandler shrine in his house, and he just looks at it every day and gets angry and angrier while he's flipping burgers.
He just fucking has like a full-scale model of like Sandler's foot on the line and how it wouldn't have been possible for him to make that shot if his foot wasn't on the line.
Yeah.
The trajectory of the wind and all this shit, and like he's got it all figured out.
He's hired engineers. Like his wife's upset because like
his wife's upset.
He doesn't spend time with the family anymore.
Yeah, the dude spent $800,000 on this project.
This is our life savings. Like, what are you doing?
He's written numerous letters to the Pee Wee Commission of New England, trying to get them to turn the decision around. See if they could go back to the replay and see if they could void Sandler's wins. Oh, God. Take the statue of him down that they built right outside.
If that was the case, it would have been a funnier movie. And they just showed flashbacks of him just like eating him up inside. Yeah. He does heroin because he can't cope.
I would have laughed. That would have been a genuine laugh if they show Colin Quinn's just ridiculous how he. I would watch if we meet Colin Quinn here and then for the rest of the movie we just watch how Colin Quinn threw his life away after this loss. That would be entertaining.
I would laugh my balls off. That would be enjoyable. Off.
The little kids just like doing bumps of cocaine in like mom's bathroom, like Petey, come out! His foot was on the line.
Oh god, that would have been a good movie. I would have watched that.
Yeah. We should make that movie. Grown Ups 3, the prequel.
Yeah.
This time it's personal.
Yeah. Oh my god. All right, so Colin Quinn's upset about it, so he's gonna want a rematch. You know it's gonna happen. But
he's gonna want a rematch. He also says something to Sandler. The first thing he says is like, "Hey Sandler, Voss water," and Colin Quinn is all the way on the other side of this restaurant.
Yeah. How does he fucking hear him?
Because he probably has fucking microphones on Sandler's children, because he's going to take them any day now as ransom for Sandler to admit that his foot was on the line.
That would have been even funnier, my god.
Taken 3.
Taken 3 starring Colin Quinn. Liam Neeson had it, he couldn't, he was busy, scheduling conflicts.
I don't know who you are, Swan, but I will find you, and I will kill you. I have a very particular set of skills.
Oh god. Fucking
the difference between kidnapping and black people.
God. And the next scene, we leave the restaurant and they go back to the cabin, and Rob Schneider is about to spread the ashes of the coach because again,
yes,
like when if I ever coach a little league team, I want them spreading my ashes around.
Yes, I want the ashes to go to the kids that I raped when I was going through a tough time in my life, and not to my actual children or my fucking wife. Because this dude was only like 60-something, probably.
Yeah.
He had no living relatives. Are you kidding? His parents were probably still alive.
He didn't have kids?
Yeah.
I guess once you're a sex offender, it's hard to get a woman to like you.
Yeah, you got to list it on all your shit. Moving into the neighborhood. Like,
yeah, oh god,
I gotta come
rough.
clean.
Yeah.
I did rape a few kids back in the day.
But again, even here, there's not a... Oh, there is a joke here. Like, Rob Schneider starts crying. He's like, oh, my previous marriages were terrible, blah, 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 blah. So he rubs the ashy hand in the food that they have, which is fried chicken. And Kevin James goes, I don't care, I'm going to eat it. Because he's fat.
He's fucking fat, and it's product placement. It's terrible product placement for KFC.
Oh, KFC is all over this movie.
I know at some point in the scene, Kevin James comes up and he's just wearing the fucking bucket on his head.
Yep, he's just wearing the bucket. That's when they all come back from the
and we get like
ashes.
a nice 4-second lingering shot of that KFC bucket. And
yep, and it's just like a freeze frame smile of Kevin James.
Yeah, I know you want some chicken.
Can you look up the budget of this movie? Because
I can, yeah.
Most of it went to the actors, obviously, and then most of it had to come from these advertisers because they're everywhere. Coke is everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Cadillac had to be in on something. KFC, all these garbage places.
$80 million.
What, $80 million?
$80 million.
They could have filmed this on $8,000.
There's nothing that requires it. There's no special effects. There's
absolutely nothing.
They could have filmed it. Yeah, $80 million. I think it all went to the actors.
Probably.
And this movie, real quick, this movie made $271 million.
That's why Adam Sandler keeps making them, because he knows he literally rakes it in. It's awful.
Jesus Christ.
So now we're introduced to Rob Schneider has 3 kids who are full-grown women, basically. 2 of them are smoking hot. The other one looks like him. So we get some...
Of course. We get some ugly daughter humor. We get some ass shots. We get to stare at some ass for a couple minutes.
Yep.
Of course, all the dudes are staring at Rob Schneider's kid's ass.
And a big conflict of this movie that we didn't touch on, really, is Salma Hayak is upset because she wanted to go to...
She wanted to go to Milan.
Yeah.
Well, it's like...
It's like a 3-second conflict.
Yeah, the whole conflict is Sandler had already canceled the plans to Milan because he knew they were just gonna have so much fucking fun with all his bros at this lake house. Shitty husband. Like, yeah, I know this fashion show is really important to you, but do you remember my fat friend Kevin James? We're gonna go make fun of him for a whole fucking weekend. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to
drink
go
some
there.
Coke, drive some Cadillacs. Yeah.
God, it's just it doesn't make any sense.
So she gets mad that he had already apparently canceled this flight to Milan beforehand, and that's.
But don't worry, she's gonna come around because this is Adam Sandler's wife we're talking about.
Dude, have you seen Adam Sandler?
Come on, he's a catch.
Talk to him?
He is a catch.
He's the man. He's the dude.
So this is how she comes to terms with, like, oh yeah, I'm totally on board with staying now. She skips a rock and realizes she can't do it anymore. So she comes in and is like, honey, I can't... Wait, I need to do a Mexican accent. Honey, I can't skip a rock anymore. That's not...
That was decent.
Was that
that bad?
Whatever.
You started out sounding like a man, but...
Oh, whatever. You get the point. The point is that she can't skip a rock anymore, so she needs to stay. And whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the next thing they need to do is, like, she's like, what... Here's a joke that was supposed to be funny. She's like, when you were 12, what is something you always did? And she's like, well, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Masturbation
jokes.
Get
There's a masturbation joke. There's fart jokes in here. There's poop jokes.
Oh my god, these are
everything.
These are professional comedians doing these poop, fart, cum jokes.
Poop jokes. You know what's funny? Poop. I imagine the 5 of them sitting in a room, and Sandler's just like, gentlemen, I'm glad you could all come. Chris, like... I'll give you your kids back. I swear, you just got to do 2 more of these. He's like, the difference. And Sandler's just like, yeah, but all right. So let's go through everything that's funny. All right, number 1, I got fat jokes. Number 2, I got poop. I got farts. I got cum. I got bodily fluids.
And David Spade is like, I could be a pedophile. I could do that.
Spade's like, I already look like a pedophile. I haven't changed my hairstyle since 1987.
Rob Schneider wasn't even invited to the meeting.
Yeah, oh yeah, he wasn't invited. And Sandler's like, yeah, I got a part for you.
Yeah, I'll throw you in there.
Yeah, and of course he's the, kudos to Rob Schneider for the best career move. He didn't do Grown Ups 2.
Oh god, he was so smart to not do that.
How is Rob Schneider the one who says, you know what? This is bad for my career. This is the guy he was the hot chick. He
and
was
the
the
Deuce
animal.
Bigelow. Anyway, they decide to end up going to a water park. And there's like no jokes here. Like, Adam Sandler's kid and Chris Rock's kid are obsessed with this hot blonde of Rob Schneider's daughter. And they're just like peeking around corners trying to get a look at her. I guarantee they're jerking off behind trees.
Probably.
It's pretty disgusting.
All well and good.
So, like, there's a joke here and there where she'll go down a slide and her ass is shown for like a few seconds, because this is a kids movie.
Yeah.
So, you know, you need that.
Yeah, and like there's all this.
We get a Norm Macdonald cameo.
We do get a Norm Macdonald cameo. Real quick, the swimsuits. Apparently, the whole joke here is that David Spade took these girls out who are supposed to be like 17.
Yeah,
and they're both like 28. But that's fine because that happens in every movie. So they're both like 28, and then he's got his ugly daughter. So he buys them like sweet ass bikinis that show everything. And they're like, "Oh, thank you, David Spade." And then he buys the other girl like. She's like, "I got my bathing suit at Stop and Shop," and like it's just like a one piece, like with a swim cap and goggles.
Oh, God,
like,
yeah. And we also get a Dan Patrick cameo as well. They're about to go down the slide, and
debasing himself.
Of course, like this is a legitimate sports writer who apparently is best friends with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler and ESPN must have a partnership because
they have to,
because he's always on.
He comes on whenever he wants to talk about whatever fucking movie he's coming out with.
For real.
He does the top 10, and he's like, "Oh, back." Chris Berman.
That's Adam Sandler being funny, I guess. But anyway,
voice.
he has a cameo as a slot, like the guys that you see at the slide to tell you to go. You know, the miserable souls who make minimum wage.
The one who, he's like, go, wait, go.
So he tells the two hot chicks to go, and he's like, "You guys are the hottest chicks I've ever seen in my life." And
straight up,
that's what he says. And Rob Schneider goes, "Hey, those are my daughters," and he's like, that's not true because you're fucking ugly, and your ugly daughter makes a lot of sense because she's fucking ugly too.
Yeah.
And then he just so Rob Schneider punches him in the face.
Okay, number one, fired
completely. You need a new career because you cannot rip on the customers like that.
Can't. He would have a lot of. He could even. There wouldn't be that much legal trouble. It would be interesting to see how this case got settled since Schneider punches him in the face.
That would have been a nice Law and Order episode. The spin-off to Grown Ups, Law and Order.
I'm surprised Grown Ups didn't get a fucking sponsorship deal and get an episode of Law and Order, just because the amount of advertising for these movies. How many commercials for Grown Ups 2?
When we went to California,
it was on every
park
bench.
bench, and every fucking sign was for Grown Ups 2.
Yeah, Grown Ups 2 came out maybe like 2 months ago now.
Yeah,
and we were hearing about it at the NBA Finals every fucking commercial break. We heard about it fucking I've been hearing about it since like February,
and it was terrible. I've heard it's worse than this one.
Yeah, Kevin James is going on ESPN. He's playing in the All-Star Celebrity Game for baseball, and there's like Grown Ups 2 commercials everywhere.
It's a tragedy that these are the movies that get pushed, and while great indie movies are struggling to be made.
Absolutely.
Okay, so they're still at the water park. Kevin James is fat and lazy, so he's chilling in the pool, and his fat daughter comes up to him and is like, "Are you making a sissy?" Which I guess means pissing.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So
Kevin James is once again wearing his wetsuit and like backwards Mets hat because that's what you wear to a water park.
Oh god, anyway. It's just terrible. But he starts pissing in the pool. She's like, there's a
special chemical.
There's a special chemical that makes the water turn dark blue when you piss in it. And he's like, no, that's just an old wives' tale. So he pisses in the pool. These other 4 guys piss at the exact same time as him. So all 5 of them are pissing in the pool at the same time. The kids go crazy. They run away. I would have loved in this scene if they got arrested for like public indecency and the arresting officer was like Pee Wee Herman because, he jerked off in a theater. Like a nice little nod to Pee Wee Herman.
That would be a really good callback.
Little homage, I would say. And the rest of the movie is just them trying to escape from like a prison. And they all become sex offenders and their wives are disgusted with them. And their kids can't look at them anymore. Just
the fallout from that. And like, I just peed in the pool! It's like Jerry Seinfeld shows up. Or George Costanza. Jason Alexander shows up.
David Spade meets someone in prison and falls in love. Rob Schneider hangs himself because he can't cope.
Yeah, Kevin James just lays there and complains about how there's not enough food and how the food's not good in prison.
Adam Sandler would be beaten to death by some inmate with a Jack and Jill DVD who's still upset he's not doing the Billy Madison jokes anymore. Chris Rock and Kevin James become leaders of rival gangs.
Oh my god, yeah.
James has the fat whites, of course, and Rock has the blacks. and they just have like a war in prison. But
This could be a. Go ahead.
But I thought about this later on. They later on they have like a stand. They realize that they can help each other, and they just distract the guards with stand-up comedy, and they all just leave. They all just walk out. That would be a great second half to this movie. People would be like,
I wouldn't hate it.
People would be like, "Did you see Grown Ups?" No. They went in a completely different direction.
I wouldn't hate that.
I would have paid to see that movie, man.
We also could have just made it. We could have just gone with canon and just made this a prequel to Gridiron Gang.
Yeah.
Sandler and Rock were in that. Just kill off
Not
James
Gridiron Gang, The Longest Yard.
Sorry.
Gridiron Gang had The Rock in it. I'm like, what are you talking about, boy?
I didn't like Gridiron Gang. Anyway, I agree, Steve. That would be good.
Thank you.
That would be a good second half of this movie.
Oh, and here comes... Oh, God, this is the scene that just made me fucking angry. They go up to this ride, which, by the way, completely not... There's no way this ride would ever be made. It's just a zip line and like a bicycle pedals where you put your hands in, and you just slide down past like people with no harness or anything like that and just drop into the pool.
Yeah, and there's like 3 other pools. There's like sidewalks underneath.
This is the most dangerous ride I've ever seen. There's no way this could ever be made and legally in a park.
Yeah, it's like the cool thing to do. So I just watched this scene actually like 5 minutes before we started this. So I'm fresh on what the fuck happens here.
Oh yeah, tell me what happens.
So of course Sandler's like... First, you've got Colin Quinn and his gang of cronies, and fucking Steve Buscemi is in here, just destroying his career.
The great Steve Buscemi.
The great Steve Buscemi.
Boardwalk Empire, Steve Buscemi.
It's just in here, just being the crazy guy. So Sandler, of course, to prove how fucking cool he is, hops up on these bicycle pedals, goes down about halfway, he's pumping, jumps off, does like a triple backflip, lands it. The entire fucking water park just gets up and cheers.
They all give him 10s.
There is literally a scene of everybody just mobbing him, just going nuts. It looks like the fucking Patriots just won the Super Bowl up in New England.
Oh my god, it's so...
Because Sandler is so fucking cool. So he's like, your turn, Steve Buscemi. So
Colin Quinn says to him, go down on your feet. Like... He just puts his feet in these harness, and it's not even a harness, in these little loops things, and goes down. And like the attendant there is just like, go ahead, I don't care. I'm making $7 an hour anyway. Like,
you guys got weed?
He's probably lighting a doobie up during this scene. And Steve Buscemi goes down, and he can't get his leg out, so he slams into like what is it? Just a barn, just chilling.
Oh, yeah.
And breaks every single bone in his body. But, of course, in real life, he would be dead. Lawsuit, just like, water park shut down.
Kevin James and Steve Buscemi are both dead in this movie.
Yeah, but they're also superhuman, so...
Yeah. So, and then we see Buscemi later in the movie. He's in a full-body cast, but guess what? His arms have to stay straight up.
Yep, field goal position. And, of course, you get some, is the field goal good?
Yeah.
Hey, why? Where's MCA? Like, oh god, just these awful jokes.
So terrible.
And Steve Buscemi's a legitimate actor. He was in Fargo, great in Fargo, great in Boardwalk Empire, and he's just debasing himself for no reason. I don't know why.
He's got money. He doesn't need money. Is he friends with Sandler too?
Yeah, that's the thing. How does Sandler have all this power to get these guys in these movies?
I don't understand.
Thank God Nick Swartzen doesn't make a fucking cameo. I would have slit my dick off.
Well, Nick Swartzen is like the new age Adam Sandler.
No, not even a little bit.
He's trying to be.
Nick Swartzen does not have fans.
No, he doesn't, but okay. He tries to use the same fucking stupid, like, silly voice, like, gross out, like...
Yeah, it's not funny. I listened to a podcast, a Norm Macdonald podcast, and, like, Nick Swartzen just like, haha, I'm Nick Swartzen, and, like... I'm just fucking trying to do this and that, and I just want to smoke some weed and party, because I'm Nick Swartzen. And that's the whole podcast. It's unlistenable. Don't even try.
He's terrible.
Oh, my God.
So this whole time that the dads are off with their wacky adventure, the moms, the wives, are just sitting there, they're chilling, they're, like, wearing their bathing suits. Maya Rudolph's, like, trying to pump them up. And there's just this bodybuilder. The guy looks like jacked Tom Brady, basically, is the best way to describe him.
Yeah, like...
He's wearing, like, a banana hammock. He's, like, directing traffic over there.
He doesn't even work there. This guy literally is just a weird fucking jacked guy just at a water park with a bunch of kids.
So
probably,
of course.
Trying to get his pick.
Yeah. This guy...
So there's a lot of slow motion flexing here.
Yeah, like, this guy he's a really in shape dude. He's a hot dude. Like, it's cool. Whatever.
Yeah. So the girls want to talk to him because, their husbands are fat pieces of garbage.
Yeah. I don't blame them.
So I would totally cheat on them if I was with them.
Absolutely. So yeah, they call him over, and here comes the big reveal. This guy's got a silly voice.
It's like
he's got a high pitched voice.
It's a high pitched like Canadian accent, and they just rip on Canada here.
Yeah.
Which I bet I'm sure their Canadian demographic isn't that large, or it's not the target.
I'm sure Canadians.
I'm sure they would have been upset with it. Anyway, moving on to the next scene. This movie.
You know what we missed, Steve?
What did we miss?
The first time when they're at that cabin and they play the classic game of arrow roulette.
Oh my god, yeah.
We missed that.
Okay.
So arrow roulette is what these guys used to do when they were 11 years old with Coach, probably after they got raped.
Yeah, because they needed something to make them...
They needed something to cheer them up.
Yeah. So this is what they do. They just stand in a circle, a little circle. They shoot an arrow in the air, and the last one to run away is the winner. Which, this is the most dangerous thing I've ever seen in my life. So apparently they want to do it again. So they just apparently have an arrow just handy for this occasion. And
you never know when you might want to play arrow roulette, Steve.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a popular game, especially when you have 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds running around your cabin. So Adam Sandler shoots it up, and surprisingly, Adam Sandler's not the last one in because he's too fucking cool. But he shoots it up. They all run away except for Rob Schneider, who stands there. And I mean, Kevin James runs away. He falls down because he's fat. He pulls a hamstring, actually, but of course he's fine. And he has a cramp. David Spade falls in shit. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Chris Rock doesn't really debase himself in this movie. He's just kind of there, so he doesn't do anything that stupid. But of course, Rob Schneider stands there, and the arrow goes straight through his foot.
Yeah. So of course he screams, whatever. His old wife treats him with he screams like, "Get some fucking alcohol on this, bitch!" Yeah. That's probably not what he says.
And he calls her old, and
because I think they maintained a PG rating, but
yeah, no fucks in this movie.
He's fine though.
Yeah, this is all before they go to the water park. So he's just at the water park chilling with a giant hole in his foot.
Did we even see a cast on his foot?
Yeah, there's like a walking boot.
Is there?
He's only out he's only day to day. Don't worry, he'll be in the game on Sunday.
He'll be back tomorrow. He'll be back for the next round of arrow roulette. Oh, and guess what? There is one.
Yep.
But,
anyway, after the water park scene, we go to the scene of Adam Sandler wearing another different college shirt. Because apparently he's visited a lot of colleges because he couldn't decide on which one deserved Adam Sandler.
Which one deserved Adam Sandler's presence?
So he's just shooting this bank shot to show that he's fucking Adam Sandler. He's so cool. He makes every single one, and he's just teaching his kid how to make the bank shot. And
Adam Sandler is Tim Duncan.
Oh yeah, like he tried out for the Spurs, but the Spurs were like, I don't think we can handle somebody so awesome on our team.
He drops Tim Duncan's name here too. He's like, I do a little better than Duncan. As he's shut the fuck up, you pompous piece of shit.
He has such a big ego. It's unreal.
He's terrible.
And this is just foreshadowing for the big basketball scene later on, which I guess we can skip to because there's nothing really going on that I give a shit about and that the audience needs to know.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Wait, should we? Is there? Oh yeah, we got to do the big conflict scene where they all start fighting.
Oh yeah, so.
Do you know what happens?
Schneider. Well, I know Schneider thinks Spade fucked his daughter.
Yeah, David Spade comes out because David Spade is apparently just a playa and can get any girl he wants. It's just like
even though he wears a trucker hat this entire movie, and I don't think he has any hair underneath the trucker hat.
He's been balding since 1986. Yeah, it's a fucking toupee.
Yeah.
David Spade tells Rob Schneider the story about how he slept with a woman and a picture fell on her head while they were doing it. And then, of course, right after that, we see Rob Schneider's daughter, the hot blonde, say, you had me up all night with your snoring. And there's a cut on her head. So Rob Schneider goes apeshit. He chases him around on a bad foot with a hole in it, by the way. And, everybody comes out because they all need to see. And, they're all fighting. And David Spade's like, I would never do that to you. I mean, everybody starts giving their trials and tribulations or whatever. Adam Sandler doesn't have any, though. Because he's Adam Sandler. Kevin James says...
Adam Sandler has no problems.
Kevin James says, I actually don't own anything. I'm actually unemployed. So I'm homeless now.
I'm fat, unemployed.
That pool was the last thing I had, and I destroyed it because I'm so fucking fat. Chris Rock was apparently, talking to the nanny because he knows some Chinese because he watched the Chinese cooking shows.
Because he's a woman.
Yes, of course. And, so Maya Rudolph was jealous and was like, I know you have a thing for the nanny. And they keep calling her the nanny, which is so fucking like just racist because she's.
Can we give her a name?
No,
Yeah.
they don't.
She's a
It's
person.
like her name is Ching Chong, I guess. God, it's just so terrible. And
Terrible people.
So that's a conflict there, and like she's like, oh, we can go out every Thursday night, and of course Chris Rock has to say, but Grey's Anatomy's on every Thursday night. I gotta watch my soaps.
Yeah. Gotta watch my stories.
Yeah, and Salma Hayek is just like, oh, I love you, Adam Sandler. Please.
Please fuck me harder next time.
Yeah, my God, so terrible. This scene is only in the movie because they need some filler.
Because there's supposed to be some semblance. Because, you're taught in elementary school that there's a plot, and there's rising action, and then there's a conflict, and then there's a climax, and there's a resolution. So they realized, oh my God, we don't have anything. We need to get conflict in here, at least.
Yeah.
So.
And of course the kids were scumbags before, but now they all get along now. They make like a cup phone
Yeah, they have
everywhere
cup
around the
phones.
house, which of course
An advanced network of cup phones.
yeah, like the cable guy
doesn't
came
work.
and was jealous of these fucking cup phones.
Yeah.
Larry, the cable guy, came and said, "Oh, cool, cup phone.
Oh, cool, cup phone. Ew.
How did you guys get it to work?" God, and like the best acting in this movie is Chris Rock's little kid. He's like 12, I guess. Is in the bathtub and is like, yeah, we can put a cup phone in here. We can hear the shower running when the hot blonde chick is in it. And Adam Sandler bursts in and he goes, "Oh my God!" And it's the best acting in the whole entire movie. Is this one kid who gets freaked out by Adam Sandler? I just had to point that out.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But
Kid's not bad.
later on, everybody's happy. There's apparently a giant barbecue in this place. Like the whole entire fucking town is invited.
The whole town, yeah, because Sandler's back in town.
Yeah, so we got to celebrate.
Did you see that backflip he did into the pool earlier?
Oh, come on.
Shit
He's
was
the cool.
tight.
He's so cool.
Oh, cool, Adam Sandler.
My God. So they're all hanging out, and then Colin Quinn and his cronies, his gang of, actually probably mentally retarded people, like Tim Meadows is involved.
Tim Meadows is in there he's balding. Get it? Like Tim Meadows is bald.
Yep.
I don't hate Tim Meadows either.
No, I don't. He was great on Living Color, and Saturday Night Live and all that stuff. But okay, so the big conflict is they want a rematch. So apparently they have a rematch, and the whole entire fucking town is just invested in this rematch because it's like Ali versus Holyfield. It's the fight of the century. This is the highlight of their lives because these people are fucking miserable.
Yeah, because this basketball game originally was the greatest thing that ever happened to them, and the two sides of the town haven't stopped fighting about like.
Keep in mind they were 11 when they played this last game.
Yeah, it's not like it was high school basketball even.
No, it was nothing.
It was Pee Wee rec league. You get like a ribbon when you win.
Yeah, you get, even if you come in last, you get a trophy.
I don't even know it was the championship game. It could have been a
the
regular
championship
season game. Okay, they did specify that.
Yeah, I mean these guys were playing big minutes in that game because there was only 5 of them.
Yeah, 48 minutes because they play 12-minute quarters.
Yeah,
for 11-year-olds.
They don't mess around.
Yeah, so they start playing. Sandler's just balling.
There's just a referee that comes out. Like they just had him.
Comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah, he's wearing the referee outfit and everything. They do a jump ball and everything.
Yeah, I assume Colin Quinn just brought him along.
Oh, of course.
Like, well, we need some credibility. We're not cavemen.
We're playing for pigs.
So, Sandler though, like real life NBA comparison to how well Sandler's playing. I saw Phoenix Sun Steve Nash.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was doing that little hesitation. I think he even did a move where he ran into the hoop and he went under the hoop and came back out and like dished it to somebody. No, he probably took the shot himself. He's a selfish Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Sandler scores all the points. Because he's so good.
They're all wearing their outfits. Their outfits are just a wacky Waterworld t-shirt. I'm not sure if that place exists, but that's product placement there too. And their wives are wearing cheerleader outfits made of paper, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
They just made these up and like they're like, can you give us like 14 hours so we can make these cheerleading outfits for this for this scene that's happening in 3 minutes?
We're doing this today? Oh shit!
Damn, man, I didn't even know.
Oh, cool! Cheerleaders.
So yeah, the game starts. Adam Sandler is the best player. Of course, Chris Rock is terrible. We get a Steve Buscemi sighting who is wearing the full body cast.
Hands straight up. He says to Maya Rudolph, he's like,
"Can I rub your tummy?
Can I rub your tummy? I love touching kids," or something. I hope that's the line.
And he has to like bend over and like stick his arms out forward,
ugh.
and he gets her boob, and she's like, "That's my boob," and he's like, "I like to feel those too," because Steve Buscemi is a legitimate actor.
He's got to be, yep. He's really good.
Anyway, this game eventually comes down to like they're playing a long ass time, and Kevin James is like to the other fat guy on the other team is like, "Hey, You want to fake injuries? Because we're fat. We're so fucking fat. We can't play anymore. So they both fake injuries. They leave. Spade, Rock, and Schneider leave too. So now it's just one-on-one with Sandler and Colin Quinn. But of course, no, he's like, you know what? Adam Sandler has the cool idea of like, let's bring my son and your son, because I just taught my son to play basketball 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And so they get it down to like next basket wins or whatever. And there's of course a scene where Colin Quinn hits a three, but it was actually his foot was on the line, so it's like, oh, revenge,
oh, redemption, what up? Yeah,
yeah. He
except Colin Quinn actually gets penalized for his foot being on the line.
Yeah, because
Adam Sandler won a championship, and apparently he became rich and famous because of it. Colin Quinn works at a dive bar.
Oh yeah, like
and does heroin.
What's the best that could have happened? Like they're in the local paper. Like when they win that first championship, like. Why is the town so hype about this? It's borderline creepy. This coach must have been raping a lot of people. Or maybe he was like, they were scared of him. Like he was like Bane or something.
Maybe he was like, he ran the mafia in town or something.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, he's got
nothing in this movie makes sense.
No. So they say next basket wins. So they give Adam Sandler the last shot. It's the corner bank shot that he's been practicing all day and making every day. So we get a slow motion of him looking at his family, looking at Colin Quinn's family, looking at his friends, and he shoots it and he misses it. And Kevin James goes, "What? He never misses that shot. He must have done it on purpose." So Colin Quinn wins. He's happy. Everybody's excited. And then Adam Sandler later on says to his wife, he's like, I thought our family needed to learn how to lose, and they needed to learn how to win. You know why? Because Adam Sandler's going to save your fucking life, because he's so cool. He portrays himself like Jesus Christ in this fucking movie.
He really does. He's going to pull Colin Quinn out of that shitty dive bar. He's going to pay for his college education. He's going to get him some books, get him put up in a nice apartment so he's not living in mom's basement anymore. He's going to break that heroin habit. He's going to pay for the AA meetings. He's going to make this guy... He's gonna do it all. He's gonna improve Colin Quinn's life. And you know what? Colin Quinn winning this basketball game, I bet in Grown Ups too, Colin Quinn is a fucking cool agent now too.
Yeah,
I bet he's just as cool as Adam Sandler.
He probably. I mean, let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's impossible to be as cool as Adam Sandler.
That's true. Maybe he joined the posse once Rob Schneider left.
And this movie's coming to a close now because, and then Adam Sandler is chilling with his wife. He just told her that he needed to learn how to lose. Blah blah blah. David Spade comes up and says, "Hey, I'm so drunk. Blah blah blah. You know what I brought? I brought the arrow," and he shoots the arrow straight in the air, and everybody scatters. And just to add some more hilarity in this movie, it goes right into Steve Buscemi's foot, because the man is not suffering enough through this entire film.
His foot that was already broken when he blindsided a barn.
Yeah, and now there's a giant hole in it. Oh my god.
That foot would be gone.
And the movie just ends.
And credits.
Credits roll.
And
standing ovation.
The original screening of this movie, everybody gets to their feet, and just one guy just... and they start going, and it's the slow clap.
It's 5 minutes of silence first because they're blown away at this masterpiece of a movie. And
they can't get over it.
And one guy just yells from the back, "Thank you, Adam Sandler!"
And Sandler.
Oh god, it's so terrible. Like, and these guys are actually talented guys. They're funnier than people we know, and they just make such a terrible movie. Like, obviously, nobody's not gonna recommend this, right?
No, no. I wouldn't even recommend you to see it for how awful it is, because like watching it, like I've been hyping up this movie to myself for 3 years now. It's just a terrible movie. It's one of those movies that you see come out and you just like, you don't need to see it to know it's gonna be terrible. Mm-hmm. And we've got a lot of my friends tell me it's great, it's hilarious. I wouldn't even recommend it to just see how bad it is, because it's just
it's a waste of time.
There.
It's literally a waste of time.
There's nothing there. Yeah, like at least with like Law-Abiding Citizen, like there's at least a plot there, and as ridiculous and stupid and as fucking dumb it is,
yeah,
there's something there.
Yeah, if you want to, like, if it's on 2 a.m., watch the movie. Grown-ups don't. Yeah. If you watch this movie, you will literally need a shotgun to put right to your fucking face.
It's so bad.
God. All right, so I guess I can wrap it up for this atrocity of a film.
Thank God, I'm fine with that.
So if you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at Triple Threat Pod. We are at that. You can follow us on our personal page. I'm at SJMoss41.
I am at Uriah M. Tegel.
You can go to our website, triplethreatpodcast.com. You can go to iTunes, subscribe, get our updates. We're going to be doing these movie podcasts not as much many movie podcasts. We're gonna get into the NBA when that starts. Some NFL stuff. It's gonna be big things that happen on the Triple Threat podcast, and you're invited. You're invited to share. We might have Adam Sandler on as a guest, but he's way too fucking cool for this. And Kevin James won't even fit through the door, so we can't have him.
Oh, because he's so fucking fat. Am I right? Oh.
Jokes.
Big things coming though. Sports is gonna be happening again soon. So we might do a baseball one here soon. We're getting close to the playoffs, so
yes,
there's things going on.
Yeah, stay tuned because it's gonna be great. All right, I'm Steve Moss,
and I'm your Ryan Tegel.
This is the Triple Threat Podcast.